Next topic is HTML document structure. So, an HTML document contained two distinct parts, the head section and the body section. The head section contains information about the document that is not displayed on the screen. That is the title of the document, that is just displayed on the top of the browser. But the contents which are displayed on the web page are inside the body section. So every HTML document should always start with an HTML document should always start by declaring that it is an HTML document. So it is like this way. It should start with a HTML tag. After the HTML tag, there can be a head tag and a body tag. So a head tag contains the title which is not shown in the web page. Only just to identify a web page, its title is used. And the contents which are shown on the web page is inside the body tag. So you can see we have studied an HTML tag has a starting tag and an ending tag. So every HTML tag has a starting tag and an ending tag. That type of tags are called container tags. There are two types of tag, empty tag and container tags. So empty tags do not have a end tag, but a container tag has a end tag. So you can see HTML is a start tag and its end tag is /HTML. Then head is the start tag, its end tag is this /head. Then title is the start tag, its end tag is /title. Then body is the start tag, /body is the end tag. So every container tag has both start tag and end tag. So there is two section, header section, that is inside the head tag, and body section which is inside the body tag. So whatever thing which is displayed inside the web page is given in the body section, and that things which are not displayed on the web page, just as the title of the web page is just to identify a web page, so it is given inside the header section. Now a body element contains the document's actual content. The head element contains the title data and metadata of a web document. So metadata is a set of data that gives information about other data, that is what type of web page it is, to just give the idea of what type of data is present in this web page. Just that metadata, that is data about data. So the header section contains title of the web page and metadata, that is what type of data is stored in this web page, or just such things which are not displayed in the web page is stored in the header section. And the body section contains all the information that is stored in the web page. Now the HTML elements are categorized into different elements. So let us see what are the different categories of HTML element. A block level element can take up one line. There are two categories of HTML elements. They are used in body section. Body section there are two types of elements. They are block level elements and text level elements. So a block level element can take up one line or multiple lines and has a line break before and after the element. So a block level elements are elements that can take up one line or multiple line. That is, it can have multiple lines or a single line, or has a line break before and after the element. So before and after the element there will be a line break. So these include tags for paragraph. So to represent a paragraph, that is a paragraph should start, we have a tag P. This tag is used to represent a paragraph. That is, whatever content is given after this tag will be in a paragraph. Then heading levels, HN. That is first level heading, second level heading. The size of the heading will be varying. Then horizontal rule. That is a line. In horizontal line will be there. So these are block level elements. So in a block level element there will be a single line or multiple lines of blocks and has a line break. That is, there will be a space after the element. Then text level elements. A text level element can take up one line or multiple lines and don't have a line break before and after the element. So both the block level and text level elements take up multiple line or single line, and block level elements have a line break before and after the element, and text level elements do not have a line break before and after the element. And they are used for making up bits of text, including inserting images, sounds, etc. Some commonly used text level elements are bold, italic, line break, that is BR tag. So these are text based elements, text level elements, and the other is block level element. So let us see the document structure. The doc type declaration for HTML5 is very simple. The character encoding declaration is also very simple. The doc type, that is the document type declaration, is this exclamatory symbol indicates a comment. That is, what is given inside this will not execute. It will be taken as a comment. So it explains that this document is type of HTML document. Now the character encoding, that is, every character that we type is stored in our computer in the form of a certain encoding scheme, by using a certain encoding scheme, that is Unicode. Here the Unicode encoding scheme is used, that is UTF-8. By using this encoding scheme, whatever character we type in our computer is stored in the computer based on a Unicode encoding scheme. That encoding scheme is UTF-8. So the encoding is done by UTF-8. That encoding scheme is used. Then the document structure of HTML5 is given below. 5 is the version number of HTML. So we have the HTML document type is HTML, then HTML language, lang equal to English, language is English, then this is lang equal to en is given inside the HTML tag. Then for every HTML document, the first tag is HTML tag. Now after the HTML tag, we have a header section and a body section. So the header section, I told you, the header section contains the metadata, that is data related to the web page. What is data of? Data is called metadata, and the title of the web page. So the header tag starts here, header tag ends here. So inside the header tag there is a meta character set, that is the character encoding scheme is UTF-8. Then there is a title tag, starting title tag, ending tag. So for title tag there is a starting tag and ending tag. So after the header tag there is a body tag. So inside the body tag there is the contents of the document, that is what all things are to be displayed in the web page. Now body tag is closed, then the first HTML tag is closed at the end. The first HTML tag which is opened at the starting is closed only at the end. Now you will observe the following points while drawing up the HTML document. Every HTML file should start with a document type declaration, that is exclamatory sign doc type HTML. This specifies that the following document is a HTML document. So like this. Now the entire HTML document begins with HTML and ends with \HTML, that is the starting and ending tag. Then starts the header tag which contains the metadata and title of the HTML. After the end of the head tag, body tag starts, which contains all the information which is to be displayed on the web page. Now let us see what is doc type. The doc type declaration is not an HTML tag. It is an instruction to the web browser about that what version of HTML the page is written in. So the doc type declaration must be the very first thing in your HTML document before the HTML tag. So it must be present at the top of the document and should be written as follows, that is exclamatory sign, first this exclamatory sign, then doc type HTML. Now lang, that is the language. The HTML uses the lang attribute to indicate the document is written in English. Then meta character set. The character set attribute specifies the character encoding for the HTML document. The default character encoding for HTML5 is UTF-8. UTF-8 covers almost all of the characters and symbols in the world. So meta character set is used to declare web page character encoding. So based on what character encoding this characters are encoded. Now HTML editors. HTML editors are the programs that are used to create web pages. So usually we use notepad or WordPad in our computer to write the HTML code. The most commonly used HTML editors are WYSIWYG, means what you see is what you get. It is a HTML editor. While working with this type of editor, it is not mandatory to have a complete knowledge of HTML. It allows the user to edit the HTML commands directly from the web browser. It also helps the user to create the web page quickly. Some examples of WYSI, WYG editors are Adobe Dreamweaver and Microsoft FrontPage. Next is the most commonly used text editor. That is, text editors are used by the user who have complete knowledge of HTML. The source code to create a web page are to be written in text editors. The most commonly used text editors are Notepad and WordPad. So children, those who have computers at home, you can do HTML programs in Notepad. You have to save the file, Notepad file, that is in .html format. Or if you are using a mobile phone, you can download from Play Store HTML editor. From that you can do HTML programs. So children, you can see this is the HTML editor app that you can download and you can do programs, HTML codes here. After doing the code, you can see the HTML codes output here. Likewise, you can do the HTML programs. All the symbols that can be used in HTML are here itself, that can be used easily. Okay, thank you children.